Hello guys, Alt's here, and welcome to something completely different. And no, my wallpaper is not the game we're going to be playing, because if you can read, then I would suggest you read the title, because then you would find out that we're playing Huniecam Studio. And let me explain why Huniecam Studio or for something else. Well, because I'll probably get into my my opinions on the whole blind let's play sort of thing. But I wanted to get at least one blind let's play in, so I can kind of know what it feels like to do a blind let's play before I criticize anyone else. But let's just say technical difficulties occurred, and when I click on this tab, you will find out that I've almost logged 19 minutes into Huniecam Studio, because apparently kind of need to learn that Steam games don't really like working with loopback, the thing I use to record my game audio. But aside from the point, but yeah. How about you actually begin playing? But yeah, just a little bit of a thing before we actually begin. I kind of would prefer if at least the first few minutes of a game would be played by the Let's Player in a blind Let's Play, so they can at least get the basics of the game. And I've gotten some of the basics.
Hey, look who decided
And
to show
yeah,
up.
it's our best buddy Q. So
You do exist.
let's get into this.
If you do me a huge favor and show up even later next time, that'd be sweet.
This was kind of weird because, like, in Honeypop,
Alright, look.
there's a slight level of uncaringness, but on this, she just doesn't give a single fuck.
I mean, let's
And
keep
I
it 100 here.
probably
This is the closest you're getting to female interaction right now.
probably shouldn't skip the dialogue,
That
even though I
should be
kind of want
payment
to,
enough.
seeing as
And it will be, since that's the only
kind
payment
of
you're
gone over this, and
Let's
the
not
first
waste any more
few
time.
episodes
I'll
should
start
be
you out with one of our
tutorials.
fresh prospects. Which one of these girls catches your eye?
And who would you know? It's some of the girls from the first Honeypot. And I say first Honeypot because in a few months there's going to be a second Honeypot. Not really my favorite, but I did start off with Kiana in the other recording.
That's
But
kinda what I was thinking too,
I'll
but
start
I'd
off
say
with
that
Nikki.
no matter who you picked. Now that we've recruited her, we have to employ her. Otherwise, it's like, what was the point? It's pretty easy though. I'll show ya.
But I would
Break
still
open the
say,
girls
even
section
without
for me,
the
will ya?
caringness of Q, the
All you gotta do to
her dialogue,
employ her
her
is drag
dialogue
her
is still
from the
good.
girls section to the open position on the studio bar to the right. What did I say? Easy, right? Why don't we give our new employee a
It's a
try?
snap.
Let's have her do a quick cam show. Drag her from the studio bar to the building in the southwest
Although,
corner.
from one thing I have noticed, it's a little bit weird.
Sweet. The cash she earns from
Because some of
camming
the
gets
dialogue
deposited
cues
at
are
the studio.
kind of similar.
To collect her earnings, you gotta click up on that building. $5? Clearly this girl is new to camming. I mean, look.
Yeah, some of the
It's a
dialogue is
start,
a
I
little bit samey, and it kind
But
of
if we're gonna make it in this
it's throwing me
industry,
off somewhat,
we
because
need-
I think I'm just by hearing the dialogue.
We'll have to release some
I'm
dirty
fairly sure
photo
I'm
sets
playing
for free.
Honeycam,
I
not
don't
Honeypop,
like
so
free, but we
the
need the
fuck?
exposure. Let's have a legit shoot done. Drag her over to the photo studio, okay?
We'll do that, Mistress.
Nice! Similar to cam shows, we have to collect the new fans she attracted. So, do that. Alright, so here's the deal.
And
with me.
another thing you
Each new fan
may or may
we
not
get
hear
has a
clicking,
preference. Everybody
but
has their kinks,
for
their
only
fetish.
the first part of this game.
I'm sure I don't need to.
Fucking hell. Skip over the dialogue, why don't I?
I'll show you what I mean.
But
Crack open the fan section real quick.
there'll be a bit later where we get told that if we just
Here
hold
you
the
can
thing
see how
down,
many fans we have broken down by
we can
fetish.
just
Looks like she had a small following before we hired her.
what? If we just hold the mouse button down, it will
Fans
kind
of a particular
automate
fetish
itself.
will only watch girls who can satisfy that desire. People are picky about their porn like that. So if you had a bunch of dudes who were into black chicks, that's not going to help an Asian girl at all. You get it? When you send a girl to do a photo shoot, she's only going to interest new fans who match one of her fetishes. You can always see which fetishes a girl satisfies by checking her profile. I'll show you. Click her face on the studio bar.
We'll do that.
See? Her fetishes are listed right here. Each girl will naturally support a couple by default. Her current fan count, which is based on her fetishes, is down here. The more fans she has, the more money she'll earn camming. Let's have our girl do another cam show. Only this time, I'm gonna show you a special technique I call finger blasting. If you
And of
click on
course
a
it's
building
called
while a
finger
girl
blasting.
is there, it'll rush the activity so it's completed faster. It's pretty useful. We'll kick off a show as normal. Drop her off at the cam studio for a hot minute.
We'll do. And
Now click the shit out of that building. I'll keep the clock frozen so you can get an idea of how it works.
so I'm not sure if like I'll end up
Look at that. That's some damn fine clicking. You should also
end up
click
talking
and
about
hold
the
if
music,
you want.
but already
Let's give that a try. Collect the cash from the
I'm
cam
sort of
studio by
addicted to
clicking and
the
holding down on the building.
and not only that, but when I looked at the
So far, so good. But we're not gonna make that
OST,
fuck you money with only one girl to show off.
pretty much every song title is a fucking pun.
There's a model agency in
And
town
I fucking
that's about to
love
be
that.
ripe with hotties looking to make a quick buck. If you send one of our girls in there undercover to shill our studio, I'm sure she can line up some solid prospects. It's better than you going in there and creeping them out. I'm not saying you're busted, but you're not winning any pageants. Oh, and we ain't employing shit unless we open up a new position. We gotta invest in growing the business, you know?
Yep, I
Here,
understand.
why don't you pull up the invest section and I'll show you. There are a lot of aspects of business you can invest in here to expand operations, improve functions, and maximize revenue. In order to employ a second girl, we need to invest in staffing, which we just happen to be able to afford. Imagine that.
So I'll just kind of stop Q for a little bit here because I kind of don't know how long this game will go on for. So for the first few episodes, where if there is an ending, we'll just go through about like 20 minutes of gameplay for each episode. But once I've got not only the gist of the game and I'm starting to do better, I think I'm going to divulge and end up getting the achievements. So if this game doesn't have a direct ending of sorts, this Let's Play will end once I've gotten all the achievements, if that's possible. Because technically with Huniecam, just as an example, it did have an ending, but that ending wasn't so great, and the achievements were kind of good or bad. I mean, what the fuck am I talking about? I've yet to get 3 of the achievements.
I'm too important to click things, so go ahead and invest in staffing for me, will ya? Alright, moving up in the world.
Q is too
Now when
important
you
to
recruit
click
a new
shit.
girl, just drag her to this open position to employ her. And there you have it. Those are most of the basics of running a cam girl operation. But don't forget, you work for me, and I expect results. I want to see them fast too. I'm not getting any younger.
Wait, I forgot how old Q was. Oh no, I'll pop something up on screen.
I'll give you 3 weeks to get as many new fans as possible. That's 21 days. Anybody can do that.
Hmm?
The more fans, the better. There are some dope-ass dick trophies in it for you, too. I made them myself.
Do I have to censor those? I'm fairly sure I have to censor those. Maybe. I don't know. But, I'll just quickly flash up the achievement names for getting some of these, but, they're pretty
So remember,
funny.
21 days. The clock is ticking, so don't be dicking around on me. I want that big money, boy. I highly recommend starting out by recruiting and employing more girls, because one or two ain't gonna cut it. Now get back to work. I'll check in later to go over some other stuff with ya. Peace!
But yeah, for now, we get to do whatever the fuck we want, although I think
Sure, why not?
he wants us to go to the model agency first. And it sort of helps
shit.
as well.
I forgot something. We're not
Yes, you?
running off slave labor here. We do have to pay these lovely ladies. I'll show you how we do payroll. Do me a favor and open up the books real quick. The
Can
payroll
do,
section
can
shows a
do.
list of employed girls, what their current hourly rates are, and what we owe them. If we have the cash on hand, you can process the payroll at any time by clicking this pay button. But be careful because the payroll will automatically process every night at midnight, even if we can't afford it. So I'm just saying, keep an eye on that. The last thing I need right now is you knocking us into debt. Oh, and pro tip, don't forget to invest in inventory. Just trust me, it's not my first time around the block.
Of course it's not cute, but
Done with that.
By the way, when you're looking at new girls to recruit, there are a couple things to keep in mind.
yes.
The music note represents her talent level. The higher her talent level is, the more money she earns per fan while camming. The little bow represents her style level. The higher her style level is, the more fans she will attract with photo shoots. But higher talent and style levels do come at a cost, as she will usually demand a higher hourly rate. So, you better be sure we can afford to take her on board before you go off hiring a total babe. If you want more details, you can hover over the music note and little bow icons.
I think I did
thing,
that.
this fan count here is how many of our existing fans would be interested in her, based on her fetishes.
Okay, that's just a little summary of what they do, but I might have a slight bias to the old group, but I think I may or may not just choose whatever is best, because even though I'm not entirely sure Nadia, I have no idea. I don't think we can afford Nadia right now. So I think for now, let's go with Belly. Right, but it feels weird because
I'm kinda nervous.
okay,
Okay then.
let's get
Give
our
it a
money
shot.
making there and do that, but
How'd
yeah,
I
I
do?
think
That was
for the
fun.
remaining time, I'm just going to shoot the shit. I think.
Be happy to. Sure, why
Oh
not?
wait, she drinks.
Not too bad. I'm finished.
Just not used to that because
Here goes nothing. All right then.
in the game,
All done, I think. How'd I do?
in my
Okay, then.
situation before, I didn't come across a girl that drank.
Sure, why not?
But yeah, I guess a little tip for you guys. But
Not
the whole
too
payroll, payroll thing,
All right then.
kind of do it before midnight, or like do it at least twice.
Here goes nothing.
Shit, overshot the mark. But
Done with that.
normally, by the time it reaches midday, then you would kind of want
Give it a
to
shot.
do the
All
whole
done, I
payroll
think.
thing then,
Be happy to.
because
How'd I do?
it definitely helps.
Here goes
because
nothing.
for a little bit there, I ended up just always going into the red. So, take a note from me.
Sure, why not?
Do the payroll a little bit before midnight, but
I'm finished. Okay then.
I don't think that'll be great for this time, but wait, how much do we owe them
Not
right
too
now?
bad.
Okay, we just not going to follow my
That was
advice.
fun.
But yeah, I think I'll stop when it reaches dawn or something. I'm not entirely sure. The
All
lightning
right,
bolt.
then.
I'm not sure if we can go
Here
through
goes
this right
nothing.
now, seeing as we haven't gotten the tutorial note from Q yet, but you kind of want to be wary of that.
All done, I think. How'd I do? Okay then.
Okay. I'm going to do some investing.
Okay, sweet.
Okay,
Now
yep.
that you've invested something into inventory, let me explain how accessories work.
Kind of forgot that would happen, but hello
This
to you.
is the adult shop. If you send a girl here to browse around for a bit, you'll be able to pick up a new accessory. The adult shop carries all kinds of messed up shit. Sex toys, drugs, and some weird-ass, random-ass stuff. When you get a new accessory,
Some else
it'll be
completely
chilling
illegal.
right here. This is our
Fuck
From
no.
here, you can drag an accessory onto any currently employed girl on the studio bar. You can see which accessories a girl has at any time by checking out her profile.
Mhm.
Accessories do all kinds of crazy shit. Each one has a unique effect, and they can be insanely useful.
Yep, as I know, although I kind of didn't really use that so much. Oh, huh. And then I just get
Sure,
stuck in there.
why not? I'm finished.
But yeah, fans are important. We're good on the categories for right now, although I think maybe in the next episode we'll get
Done with that.
we'll probably get to the point where where we will need some new things.
I'm getting the feeling that one of our girls is starting to get kinda stressed out. That's gonna be a problem. Each time a girl does an activity, it stresses her out a bit. The amount of stress is based on how much time the activity takes. If a
This
girl
was
reaches
the note I was
100%
talking about
stress,
from earlier, but-
that's it. She won't do anything until she chills the fuck out. Fortunately, there's a relaxing day spa in town. You can drop a girl off here at any time and her stress will melt away. The more stressed out she is, the longer she'll spend at the spa. She'll always leave stress-free
So I'm
though.
going to assume it's Nikki because we got her first. I'm not entirely sure what a good mark would be to drop them off there, but I think
How'd I do?
70 to 80 is a
All right,
good
then.
place.
Be happy
be.
to.
So another thing, like this game is kind of addicting.
Not too bad. All done, I think.
But I think... Yeah, I'll put...
Here goes nothing.
Fuck, what was the name again? Belly? Yeah, Belly. Belly in there, and
Give it a
then... Once she's gotten that, we'll end off the episode.
I'm finished.
This is so much weird shit. But, I think we'll just get out of that. And then we'll end off the episode. But yeah, in the next episode, we'll continue through this, and, until then, peace and pineapples, guys.